Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 16 of the Ashton Gate 8 with me, Ringo FM. We've gone a bit further. We're at the end of March now. We've just had a youth intake, so I'll show you a couple of those players too. You'll notice above my head here, we are hemorrhaging money. We have lost £12 million this season. So going up would really sort the finances out, because I don't think we'd be able to survive another season in the Championship based on that alone. However, title of the episode will give it away. 3 years company, Middlesbrough have come from, I don't want to say nowhere, but they have just absolutely flown up. Michael Carrick is doing some job there. If you look at their schedule, look at this. They've lost 2 games, including one to us, in their last, 15? Absolutely incredible. Like, they've absolutely flown through. They are now second in the league. Leeds have dropped down into 3rd place. If we have a little look at Leeds, they are... they beat Barnsley 10-1, for goodness sake. They've just sort of dropped off. Obviously had an FA Cup quarter-final. They've had to sort of rotate and whatnot. Nottingham Forest done a job over on them there, and it was a late equaliser from Sean McGurk, who, actually, Sean McGurk is somebody we scouted for a little bit at the very, very start of the save. I really like him in real life, but anyway, I will ignore that for now. You have to excuse me if you get random pauses in the video. I have got a horrendous cold, so I'm pausing to sneeze. So yeah, bear with me on that one. But we do have a game against Leeds United coming up next. It's in 2 days' time. We are going to live com that. We have also got to play Hull. I think really, if you look at our fixtures, we've probably got the best run in. Leeds and Hull being the hardest. If we can get a result against Leeds, I think the Championship's ours. Hull, and then it's Plymouth 17th, Blackpool 21st, Swansea 14th, Sunderland 9th, and Luton in 20th. Luton, by the way, if they were to go down, Jeffrey Schlupp being unregistered is wild, because they literally give him a new contract this season. They signed him last year. He was obviously a 1-year deal, and then he come in, he's done well in the Championship. They've then unregistered him, and former Liverpool and Real Madrid defender Alvaro Arbeloa is their manager. So they've gone, yeah, we like you, Alvaro. Yeah. Bit of a strange things going on in the save. If you have a little look, I just want to show you sort of how we're getting on. Andy Weimann, still a free agent, has not signed for anybody since he left us. I'm tempted to bring him back as a coach and maybe just work on his him and see how we can get through. Can we sign you as a coach? He would happily come in as a coach. Under 18s coach, I'm going to do it. Anyway, so favourite personnel, Andy Weimann and Tommy Conway. Obviously, the sort of the Ashton Gate 8 guys are knocking around. I don't know if I did mention it in the previous video. Brian Tinyon's now only a technical director. We couldn't let him go, to be honest with you. He's still quite good. And it sort of leaves us the state of the squad looking like this. We've got a game in 2 days' time. Dango Utara is absolutely cream crackered, which is a bit of a worry. Tom Cannon is on his way back from injury. If we look at his medical report, his most recent injury was pulled ankle ligaments. They don't seem to think Dave Rennie, again, good. Like, he's okay as a sports scientist. We do need a new one, but he doesn't seem to think there's going to be any injuries happening for Tom Cannon. They think his match sharpness is good. He's had a light match load. He should be fine. So he's going to come back in for Scott, who's played the last couple of games, and I still don't think he's quite ready to start games. Anthony Scott. He's got 7 goals this season off the bench. Who do we drop out then? Who do we drop out? I'm going to drop Trot out for this. Watch me get goalkeeper injury now. I'm really sorry. I'm probably going to be sniffing away all video. But yeah, we've had a couple of debuts. Like Andre Borza has played a couple of games for us now. Only a 6.72, so slightly above average rating since he's played 5 games. He's played 3. 1 start, 4 off the bench. We just need to manage him. But he's going to have a job to displace Cameron Pring. If you look at Cameron Pring's sort of overall stats for the season, 3 goals and 10 assists, and they're all in the league. He's just getting better and better and better and better. It's really annoying because I don't think he's got much in him. I think he's just very consistent. And if you look at his report, they do say he's a fairly consistent performer. So I think that's the thing with him. Look how progressive he is. Lots of passes. He's not really scoring as many as most sort of like left wing backs in the league. But we don't really, he sort of just gets up in and around there and sort of helps out. Cozy Dewberry's been a bit disappointing this season, but I'm taking it to the fact that we've pushed him out to the left. Next season, he will be back on the right-hand side. But it is always good for them to sort of play in different positions and see how they get on. 5 goals, 8 assists, but he's got nothing on Dango, who has got 10 goals and 7 assists in all competitions this season. Very, very, very good player. Come in and done the job we needed him to do. So we've got a very big game against Leeds United. Very, very big. If we look at the calendar, Leeds here, the under-21s don't have a game until midweek, which means we're going to have the likes of Trevor Grinsell available. Trevor, he's getting better again. I love him. When he's a 2-star player now, by the way. He was 1.5 the last time you've seen. So he's getting there. They think then 2-star. If you think 2-star, I think Lewis Warrington classes as a 2.5. He does 2.5, so he's not there yet. He's still just slightly worse than Lewis Warrington. But I think this is the lineup we're going to go with. I really want to start playing Fallou Diouf more because look at him. Just look at the lad. He's actually got bigger. He was only 6 foot when we signed him. 1 assist, 3 starts, 1 off the bench, playing for the under-21s, doing very, very well for them. He's brilliant, but I think because the partnership is there between Naimichi Ueda and Hayden Roberts, we need to stick that out. We need to play sort of our most settled team and not really rock the boat all that much, which is why people like Borza aren't really getting a sniff. I did notice this. Earlier videos I spoke about flair and how I didn't realise that the flair attribute was one about their creativity. I thought that was more just like how good they are at like dribbling and whatnot, but that's actually agility, balance, and dribbling. Ronald's flair is high at 14. He's only got 12 vision and 10 passing, but he's got 8 assists this season, and that puts him amongst the leaders. You've got Cameron Pring with 10, Utara with 7, Cozy Dewberry with 8, and then Ronald, who has only started 6 games and 26 off the bench, has got 8 assists. So when I love that option. When we're chasing games and we need options off the bench and nothing's really happening, I know I can bring Ronald on, who will just come in and he will make something happen. So we're going to keep to that. Ignacio Miramon and Cavilla have both just done fantastically well, as has Sarmiento, 7.3, only coming in off the bench. It's just been very, very good. And then we've rotated, why have I clicked on scouting? We've rotated during the schedule. If you look, when did we last leave off? This Cardiff game, by the way. What a joke that was. We absolutely hammered them and we lost 2-1 in the derby. Look at this. We battered them. XG of 3.3. It was just one of them days. When did we last leave you off? It was in Elton John's back garden. It was the 2-0 against Watford, the 4-1 against Blackburn, Tommy Conway getting a hat-trick there, and Eddie Salcedo, who we actually tried to sign on a free, has done very, very well at Blackburn. 13 goals in 31 games this season. Good player. So, beat Middlesbrough, which was huge. We probably weren't at our best, to be honest with you. If you look at the stats, only 4 shots on target, but we did make the better chances, which is reflected in the scoreline. Conway and Cannon getting goals there. Barnsley, Tom Cannon at the double. Huddersfield 0-0. A 2-2 with Ipswich, where we had a very late equaliser from Dango. We need to step it up for the Leeds game. I don't want to call any sort of team meetings or anything because I feel like that'll just put too much pressure on them. But if we win here, that would take us to 84 points. We'll keep Leeds in 3rd place. We've just got to be very, very careful about how Leeds play. You see Timo Horn now up to 11 clean sheets. Tom Cannon, Tommy Conway in the highest goal scorers. 31 goals between the lads. Absolutely insane. Actually, tell a lie, it's nearly 40 goals between the two of them. That's insane. So yeah, we're gonna go into the live come of these games, but we're gonna show you really quickly the youth candidates. Not a great intake, to be completely honest with you. It did say it was an average one, a 2.5-star intake, but that doesn't mean we didn't get any good players in. The green players are all the ones who are still on their trial contracts who won't be getting signed up. Gary Costello, attacking midfielder, right. I don't necessarily think he's poor. He's just not got a lot about him. Khalifa Diao. I actually do quite like Khalifa Diao in terms of what he could offer as a winger, but just not for us. Good work rate, good teamwork, good flair. His passing and vision's awful. Do you see what I mean? Like, he's got good mental attributes, but technically he will never make it. So we decided against him. Justin and Nia, again, another fullback, doesn't really offer much. Lofter, Paul Johansson. Again, 6'1", pretty tall striker. I actually did like the look of him, but the coach report is just like he will never make it. Could improve a lot. A 2-star striker for us is who? Sam Bell's 2.5, and Sam Bell sort of dropped to the wayside. So he could be good. I just don't think he will be very good. He's a natural striker, decision making a 3. Do we give him a 1-year deal? Fuck it. Let's give him a 1-year deal. So Jansson's in. It's mad how your opinion of something changes day to day on the game. Kamil Urban, Slovak striker, he's never going to be good enough again. Another one who is there or thereabouts. He's just not ever really going to be great. He's got to show and improve work ethic. He's not got it in him, so he's not been signed. And then a couple of other ones. I don't mind 2.5-star players. You think Trevor Grinsel's a current 2.5-star player, but like this guy, not really. Matt Carroll, a young fella. Oh, do you know what? He's actually quite technical, isn't he? Low determination again, though. Like, do we have the time? He's susceptible to injuries. Do we have the time investing for him? I don't think so. So then we're going to start then with Alex Rutty, who has been signed, ball-winning midfielder. We need to train you purely because we play ball-winning midfielders in our tactic, which is why I've signed him. That's the only reason we've signed him in. I actually do quite like the look of him. 13 tackling, 14 technique. A lot of technical players come through our academy. Good work rate, good teamwork, good stamina, good aggression, good bravery. He looks like a lad who will just come in, get stuck into a challenge and do very well. He might need to be called up to the first team for mentoring as well, actually. I'll do that another day. Josh Owen, young Welsh centre-back. Again, unambitious. There's a lot of them coming through the academy. Lewis Martins is training them for roles that they're not going to play, and I don't like that. So Josh Owen has come in, young Welsh centre-back. Dom Jackson, young lad, again, quite a small striker. Another lad, he's from Burton upon Trent. Good finisher, good. He could be a 3-star player. Training them as a poacher, attacking movement. I do quite like the look of him. He might need a little bit of tutoring, and then we get back into the better talents. Richard Owen, who it's saying is a wide target forward, but he's only 5'3". Richard Owen, look at that beard for 15. Yeah, I like Richard Owen. Is he an attacking midfielder? Is he a winger? Is he a striker? I think he could potentially be a striker in the future. I think he's got more attributes to play as a striker. So yeah, I don't know what to do with him. Good decision, good determination, good flair, good teamwork, good work rate, decent enough off the ball, good technique. Do we train him as a striker and force him to play up front? I think we do, I think we do that with Richard Owen. Balanced personality, so that's fine. Chris Beeden, a young left-back. We do have a lot of good left-backs coming through the academy. 1.5-star current ability, plays as a left-back. What is Lewis Martins doing? Play him and train him in the position he will be playing. Very good mental attributes, actually. His determination's low again. I think we really need to drill down into our under-18 stuff because Lewis Martins, he's got good determination and a very good personality with being resolute. So it's got to be the under-18 staff, really. But Chris Beaton's another one. He looks like he'd be good. Alex Baird, I am quite excited with him. I don't think, he's more of a forward or like a striker, maybe a poacher. But again, another young lad. He's quite small. How do we train him to be better? They're training him as an inside forward. Well, he's not. He's not going to play inside forward because they don't do that in the under-18. So I'll have to deep delve into him again. David Bartley on the left side, a proper young winger, out and out winger. I like him. Left-footed inside forward. Don't be silly. Although to be fair, we do actually play with an inverted winger on that side. So if we train him as that, there you go. Inverted winger. He could be good. He's got good flair, good passing for his age. Don't forget, he's only 16 years of age. Chris Mitchell, a young centre-back, only 5'10", but is only 15, so he can grow. So I am going to actually train him as a centre-back. I think he's got a good spread of attributes to play that role in the future. Decent determination, a decent personality, very mouldable. But again, can also play as a defensive midfielder. So if we call him up to the under-21s, we could train him into being a defensive midfielder like we did with Felix Berg. And then this was the start of the intake, a perfectionist with 17 determination, 6'1" at 15. Gary Hobbs, a good goalkeeper, good with his feet. He's got good kicking, he's got good vision, he's got good passing. But obviously, he will only be playing as like an actual goalkeeper for us. They've got him training on his sweeping, which I don't mind. We can have that training in the background. Other than that, the only thing is that reactions, tactical, which is positioning, communication, decisions. He's got it all, really, for a young lad. He's really got it all. His technique, handling, composure technique, doesn't need it. Kicking and throwing doesn't need it. First touch, passing, and vision. We could work on the first touch and the passing if we do eventually want to become more current and have like an actual sweeper keeper. I do genuinely think he probably has the ability to play that, but if he's not playing that role, there's no point in doing it at the minute. I'm quite excited about him. 15 years of age, Gary Hobbs. I think he's going to be some player in the future. So this is what the under-18s looks like for their upcoming fixtures. So this is what it looks like. They've got Kissel, the Polish lad, up front with Dom Jackson. Bartley out there on the left as an inverted winger. Everett, who was in last year's youth intake, has not really improved. Yates and Bond, who are improving, but their personalities aren't getting much better. Harry Bond has changed to Fickle, so he's getting there. Beeden as the wing-back attack on that side. You've got Josh Owen, the young Welsh centre-back. You've also got Chris Mitchell, another young defender, and Nia as a right wing-back, and then Hobbs in goal. So I think the under-18s is actually looking very, very good, to be honest with you. Got Trevor Chalice as the manager, a driven 18. I don't know where these unambitious personalities are coming from, Is it the assistant? Balanced. We could potentially get a better assistant manager in. Fairly professional. Balanced, but he's a good coach. Fairly professional. Where are these coming from then? Very frustrating. So we're a day ahead. I don't think Dango Utara is going to be fit. He's played 4 matches in 14 days, covering 7.4 miles. Good Lord. I don't think he's going to make it. If he doesn't, we'll put Sarmiento out on the left, or we will just bring Ronald in. Do you know what? Ronald, I think he deserves it, Ronald. It was a very good signing from Brian Tinian, to be honest. We'll start Ronald. So Utara, Lingbo, Grinsell and the youth are quite tired. Everyone else seems fairly fit. A couple of injuries knocking about. Of course, Deli is injured. So yeah, I just think we've got a good set of players in the squad. We've got to take this game really. Here you go. Johansson's in now. I think he's a good striker, Johansson. Or could be anyway. We've just got to be very careful about how we approach this game with Leeds, how we play the game, not the occasion. Because a loss really just puts the cat back amongst the pigeons. Oh, you piece of shit. Timo Horn is now out with a hip injury. 2 to 3 months. Tom Cannon has got a tight calf. It'll be fine, Tom Cannon. So, oh my God. This is not good. So Horn's going to drop out and Trott's going to come in. Do you know what, though? Trott has not let me down yet. He's been a good goalkeeper. You can see 7.16 average rating. He's a good goalkeeper. He's in his prime, really, Nathan Trott. Oh my God, that timing couldn't have been worse. Because even if it was after this Leeds game, if it happened in the game, I'd be fine. Not before it. So a couple of like youth players have been scouted. Radu Baiku's got them in a sort of his recruitment focus. There's a young lad here, a lad from New Zealand, a Kiwi, playing for the the Canberra United Academy. Look at him, and his report's decent. He's just selfish, and it might take him a bit of time to adapt. But for a free transfer, no, he's got an agent, of course he has. He wouldn't be interested in Bristol. He'd rather stay in New Zealand playing in an academy. Okay, then, that's fine. You stay there then, Owen Stanley. But you can see there's a couple of like decent players knocking about that he's been scouting. I think these are all from youth intakes, to be honest. Oh, God. That Timo Horn injury, man. This makes this game a bit more challenging, to say the least. So Tom Cannon has been past fit. I thought he would. It was only a tight calf. This is a big, big, big game. Big, big game. A win would see us confirm at least a playoff spot, which is good to know. I'm really second guessing. I think we need to put a Okonkwo on the bench. I'm going to drop Cavilla. I'd rather bring Grinsell on. He's more determined. He's worth 11 mil now, Trevor Grinsell. Oh, go on, son. Yeah, I think we go with that. We need a backup keeper on the bench. Ronald is happy with playing. That's what I like to see, Ron. So the Leeds team, what you'd expect: Gnonto, Harrison, Aronson, Sinistera, Gruyev, Dendonka, Max Voba. They made 6 changes though, apparently. We've made 2. 2 that have really been enforced due to fitness issues. 6 is a bit wild, to be honest. But we get the game underway at Ellen Road. Mellier's got a bit of an injury, you know. It'd be interesting to see how fit these Leeds United lads are, because obviously they had the FA Cup as well. Jack Harrison, yes, Ronald, good tackle, and Kraft has got all day to deal with that. Gives it to Trott, who's going to play it long for Cannon. If he can win his head out, that's what I was just about to say. He's got Cozy Dubry up and slips it in. It's cleared away. And Sinistera. Why are we getting a goal line technology for that? Silly. I want it. Oh, God. Highlights instantly, thick and fast. There's Ronald down the line for Conway. Tommy Conway swings it across. Not the best of balls. Here's Cameron Pring. Very creative on the side. Cameron Pring chips it over. Ronald! Ronald gives us the lead. The Brazilian, who has shown Premier League potential, has shown he's capable off the bench, rewarded with a start at Elland Road, and that is some finish. Meslier does not cover himself in glory at all. Oh, Leeds United with a throw. We concede a lot after we've just scored, and I don't think that's the tactic. I think that's like the mentality of the players. And Trott, oh my God. Trott's not match fit. He's not match sharp. It's going to take him a little while to get used to it. if anything, a Conquo's actually sharper because he's playing for the under-21s. So really, we probably should have played a Conquo. But here's Aronson. Swinging in his corner. It's headed away. Lewis Sinister is there. Max Wober. Ball across to Ganonto. Get your flag up, please. It is up. It's an offside. He looked it, to be honest. He looked it. Leeds come forward again. This has been some ding-dong first 10 minutes. Elan Melier to Lorente. These have just got so many players that shouldn't be at the Championship. I thought most of these would have left after that season. Conway wins it back. Warrington. Good through ball to Ronald. Run at your man. Run at your man. Ronald. Ball across! Tom Ronald is magic. Ronald is absolutely magic. I highlighted him at the start of the video. Very creative player. Look at this. Just gets past Wober, hard and low, and Tom Cannon's there to tap it in for 2-0. Ronald, man. Tom Cannon. That's a nice ball forward. It's cleared away. Brendan Aronson. And they look to counter Maganonto. And for some reason, Emil Kraft has played Sinistera. All sorts of onside. And it's a great save by Trott. Brilliant stop. Again, touch wood has not let us down so far, Trott. Aronson's corner comes in. It's headed away. So the touchline tablet seems to think that Leeds are all fully fit. So Melier harbouring an injury is either the game being a bit silly or it's letting me onto something. What is that from Roberts? What was that, Roberts? I'm genuinely tempted to throw the low block on already. Let's try it out for the rest of this half and just see how we get on. I'm happy to see out a 2-0 lead, to be honest. I really am happy. I'm horrible, aren't I? Maybe I am a football terrorist. Long throw from Emil Kraft. Cannon. Back to Kraft. He's got about 7 bodies in there. If he wants to pick across, he does. And it's a chance. Estrada to Cannon. It's gone in. Tom Cannon makes it. I'm absolutely backing this bus. We have hit them for 3 goals. I think that's our 3rd attempt. So what happened? Kraft whips it over. It's a cracking ball, by the way. Cozy Dubry tries to get there. Ganonto gets there. Falls to Estrada. Estrada's header falls into the path of Tom Cannon, who just nods it past Melier. So Leeds looking to build from a throw-in themselves. Sinistera to Lorente. Then Donker. Christensen. Good tackle on the edge from Tom Cannon. And again, Tom Cannon. That is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Aronson drags it wide, but Kraft did get a foot on it. Jack Harrison with the corner. Swings it in, looking for Dendonka. Estrada onto it. And Kraft doing what all clever, seasoned players would do there and just gets it away. And Estrada with the block off the cross. Get back out to him. Jack Harrison. Gruyev. Gruyev scores. Ilya Gruyev. He got past Ronald with ease. Yeah, Ronald's missed interception. I agree. It was his fault. Look at this. Harrison gets it out to Gruyev. Skips past Ronald. And just places it past Trott. He's got gold gloves on, Trott. Max Wober to Aronson. Conway intercepts. Now Kraft. We just need some good, sensible decisions, lads. And towards the end of this half, we seem to have just... You right, dog? I think the dog wants to go out. Bloody hell. Aronson. Kraft. Maybe not what I'd have done, Emil. Aronson. Oh my God, what a run. Oh, Trott with a fingertip save. So we need to survive this corner to see the half out with the 2-goal lead. It's Brendan Aronson. Whips it in. It's up in the air. Harrison back to Aronson. Sinistera. Forcing him out. Gruyev, Aronson. Trott has to tip it over again. I would very much like if you blew up referee. Jack Harrison. Low blocks coming off. Silly. We can see too many. We can see too many goals. What, lads? 3-0. You were 3-0 up. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I think that's the only change we make personnel-wise. Grinsell coming on. Aronson. I just don't know how we're going to cope with their front line. The 2 centre midfielders have scored. Oh, God. I think that's the only changes we can make so far. We've got Miramon on the bench. If Estrada continues to struggle. The Scott's on the bench. I just don't know how we've let a 3-goal lead slip that easily. And for... Oh, come on now. Come on now. Fucking hell, they've hit the... What are we doing? Melia is going to kick it long. We've got to win this header, surely. Hayden Roberts. He's not performing. Kraft. Oh my God, that's a terrible pass. Estrada to Cozy Dewberry. First time for Tom Cannon. That is a fantastic touch. Come on, Tommy! Tom Cannon! Come on! Brilliantly done. Estrada's pass out to Cozy Dewberry. Finds Tom Cannon. Does very well. Sends Melier the wrong way. I think we go Miramon for Estrada, you know. Let's just give him a minute. Let's just give him a bit of time. As Grinsell's give the ball away. Yes, Trevor. Dendonka slips it through. Sinistera. Oh, Trot. Quick off his line. Well done, Nathan. They're very high-pressed Leeds. And he's looking for Ronald. It's a good ball, but Ronald mistimes his jump. Pring will intercept now. Brings us forward, Cameron Pring. What can he do? Very creative player. Gives it straight to Lorente. Sinistera, who is just getting the better of Cozy Dewberry every time, it feels. It's a good ball in. Oh, God. I've never, ever had a game where I've got to jump into opposition instructions so much. What in God's name are we doing? Honest to God. Right, if they scored off this corner, I'm going to be very annoyed, to be honest. Aronson, headed away by Ueda. Gruyev back in. Trot with the save. It's saying Roberts is playing well, but I'm trying to do this based on what I'm seeing in the match engine. I don't think he's doing well. And Trot, with a silly decision to just kick it long. Lorente goes all the way back to Melier. Gruyev out to Jack Harrison. Good tackle, Trevor. Good lads. Made the right decision bringing him on, I think. We will bring Estrada off for Ignacio Miramon as Ronald prepares to take a corner. Swings it in. Conway was there to clear the way as far as Cozy Dewberry. Cameron Pring. He's got Cozy Dewberry with him. He uses him. Pulls it back to Estrada. Estrada! Oh, good save. Good save. Conway and Cannon are knackered. Kraft is tired. Cozy Dewberry with the corner from this side. Whips it in across. It's headed away. Conway's up. Ronald's going to have to keep it in. I'm bringing the Scott on. Cozy Dewberry's ball. Tom Cannon's up. It's headed away again. Only as far as Cozy Dewberry. That's a poor clearance. He's found Miramon. Miramon to Trevor Grinsell, who went for it. And then Donker has to make the block. He doesn't mind shooting, does he, Trevor? He doesn't mind having a go. Here's Ronald again. And that's the end of the highlights before Ronald can do anything. And we've got one window left to make subs. We've got Borza, Dango, Diouf, Sarmiento, and Lingbo. We've also got 2 substitutions left. So we're just... What to say? Oh no, he's missed it. We scored a goal like that, actually. I think that might be one of the short set pieces. We're back in control. That's fine. I think Grinsell's made the difference in the midfield there. I really do. Shackleton's coming on. He's playing right wing back now. Shackleton. Here he is, Shackleton. Goes into Llorente. Then Donker. Out to Jack Harrison. Ronald chasing back. Gruyev. Ball in for Gnonto. Once again, I'm going back into the opposition instructions. This is just ridiculous, man. We're just not pressing them. We are not pressing them. He had all the time in the world there to get that cross in, Harrison. All the time he wanted. All right, to Scott to Kraft. Right. Ueda's coming off for the youth. And... Santos Lingbo's going to come on, I think. No. I'm going to bring Ronald off. Is it Utara who's more? Yeah, Utara will track back more. And I feel like that is the problem we've got. And I'm going to tell Dango to mark Jack Harrison. So we've got Dango with more work rate. He'll get back, a bit of stamina. It's going to come back and help Emil Kraft just double up on that side. Bring him follow Diouf on. I'm going to tell him no pressure. I mean, Leeds are battered. Not battered us, to be fair. They've not. We've made the better chances. They've obviously had more shots, so that's helped them out. Here's Aronson to then Donker. Harrison, you can see Dango Utara doubling up now. Gruyev, Shackleton goes for that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You can have shots from there all day, Jamie Shackleton. Jamie Shackleton actually is a player we've been looking at as Trott goes long again. I'm not liking Trott doing this. Timo Horn does not do that. Llorente to Harrison. Then Donker. They've swapped sides now, it looks like. They fucking have, haven't they? Oh my god! I've never had to go into this so much. I've not. I've not. I can't believe how much I'm having to go into this. Sinistera. Easy save for Trott. This is silly, man. Absolutely silly. Stop lumping it! Tom Cannon wins his header, though. It's Anthony Descott. He forces the corner. Good lord, lads. Stressful game. Cozy Dubry. Can we make something from the set piece? Taking his time. We have put time wasting on. Whips it in. Miramon's up. Falls for Trevor, and it doesn't give us the highlight. So he probably doesn't do anything. Dango, Utara, from distance, puts it wide. I'm going to put the low block back on. Let's see it out. Can we drop this back, lads? Thank you. Let's see it out. Max Wober's got a good free kick, hasn't he? Oh my god! Come on. Focus, lads. Focus. Gruyev's on an 8.8. Jesus, 5 minutes added on. We're already a minute down. 2 minutes down, and they've got to throw in on this right-hand side. Aronson, Shackleton to Jack Harrison. Cozy Dubas as well. Tom Cannon. Run with it, lads. Just run with it. Run with it. Tom Cannon. Brilliant. Brilliant. Forces them all the way backwards. Melier. Lorente. Shackleton. Back to Struik. Again, these are not championship level players. Gruyev to Woba. Sinistera. Looks to go all the way. Sinistera. Trevor Grinsel's chasing him down. He's found Dendonka through to Aronson. Fucking insane. They're just not championship rate players. I don't know what else they're not championship rate players, this Leeds team. Oh, fuck off. They're going to win, aren't they? Get rid of it. You're offside to Scott. They're going to fucking win it. Dango wins it. Grinsell. I'm not happy with that. I'm not fucking happy with that. At all. Unacceptable. Fuck off. So, that result... Oh, they've got a game in hand. And they've got a better goal difference. I just think the game is setting up to put us back into the playoffs, you know. I think it's going to do us. I really do. I think it's going to do us. We got done in the playoffs. We got done with a goalkeeper injury before a big game. Our backup goalkeeper, who finished the game on like a 7.5, by the way. What did he finish on? A 7. He finished on a 7. An XGA in that game of 2.36 and concedes 4 goals. I mean, what is it doing? It's literally setting up to do us. It is. So, keen eye on the game, which will probably put Middlesbrough above us, won't it? It wouldn't surprise me if they go and put 10 past Luton. You know what? Luton actually put up some fight. 3-2 loss to Middlesbrough, and it was a penalty, which is the deciding goal in that game, and that puts Middlesbrough level on points with us, meaning this whole game is absolutely a must-win game. Confirmation there that we secured our playoff spot, as did Middlesbrough. So it's everyone's favourite time of year. It's the next gen, and there's a Bristol City player on there, and it's Borza. Andre Borza is 35th on the next gen list and is actually improving slightly. That is good to know. That is really good to know. Lamine Yamal is on there. Good player. Nusa. Deng Jinlong is a regen. I think we've got better looking players than him. Lennon Miller? Oh my god. Who did they get Lennon Miller from? Motherwell. He looks great. There you go. There's one for your saves. Santos. Anthony Santos. Another 16, mate. Bloody hell. Another regen. Any more regens knocking about on this list? Just, obviously, we're not scouting them unless they pop up in a scout report. It's just interesting to know. Everybody likes having regens in their saves on like these next gen lists. It doesn't look like there's any more. Okay, that's fine then. I'm going to trigger your clause. Stay in the under 21s. We're going to let your decision go. So, the game is absolutely fixing to fuck me over. So, we need to be very, 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 very careful in the whole game and not concede stupid goals like we did in the Leeds game. Speaking of not scouting anybody who doesn't show up in the scouting list, Oscar Pereira is one of the wonder kids of FM. He's popped up. Therefore, I'm allowed to look into him and potentially sign him. He's also very interested. So I'm not cheating. You've seen it there. It's popped up on a scouting assignment. If Christopher Vivell wants to find him, so this is the one he's popped up in. Christopher Vivell's found him somewhere on a previous one. Staff. You've seen it. I'm not cheating. You've seen it. He's popped up on the Christopher Vivell. Where is he? No, wrong one. Christopher Vivell was, there you go, after Brendan McFarlane. There you go. Christopher Vivell found him. Balanced. He'd like to come in. He's a League One level player. So there's a player we could bring in. Fits the idea that we're doing where they're quite young. They don't cost an awful lot of money. How's he been getting on? We can't see because it's not giving us data. I'm just going to ask. I'm just going to say, how much do you want? So they want 40% sell-on fee. So we'll park that for now, but we'll keep an eye on him. We'll add him to the short list for a year, and we'll keep an eye on him in the summer. But yeah, so you can see the scouts. I mean, he's coming back with some good players. David Romero, good-looking striker, like this guy, Pisek, Slovenian. These are the type of players that I think we need to sign because we've not got the... Oh yeah, well just show us Nweri for 33 million, you fool. These are the type of players. Oh my God, Medina is rapid. These are the types we need to go for. A 7. So in his first season at Independiente de Valle, who, if you've not looked, they produce some wonderful players on this game. 6.86, goes on a free to America Quito. 7.29. Yaimar Medina, 20 years of age. Very good looking player. He's got loads of potential in him and is quite cheap. That's the type of signing that we would make. I'm just going to add him to the shortlist. Oh, he's already on there. So yeah, that's why I've set up my scouting assignments the way I have. Cheap players who like playing consistently, maybe are slightly undervalued at the clubs that they're currently at, rather than just going out and going, oh look, Dario Usego, let's go sign him. He's a wonder kid. I get Mateo Joseph. I've mentioned him in previous videos. I think Mateo Joseph could be a very, very good player, and I think Leeds are sleeping on him, to be honest. I really do. I'm keeping him on there. I'm going to offer him a contract at the end of the season regardless. So the mentoring has come back, saying Trevor Grinsell has picked up some positive personality traits. He's more ambitious, his sportsmanship has increased, and he looks more capable of taking on different challenges. And that's quite a good thing, because if we decided to loan him out, he should be able to adapt a bit better. What's it saying? He just needs to add greater consistency. And then I think Trevor Grinsell is there or thereabouts if he adds that greater consistency. Ball winning midfielder, obviously for us, plays as that. That's what he does for us. Gets forward, tries long range passes. I might even start trading his long shots up because he likes popping them off. And Fallou Diouf has picked up some mixed ones. He's focused on his craft. His loyalty's grown, but he doesn't seem quite as determined. We did see that with that going down. But I think he's just more professional overall. Fallou Diouf, another great player that's come in. Matches won 8. He's won 5 of his 6 matches, as is De Zerbi. We've only won 4, which is why we're down there. Oh, God. Leeds won their game in hand, which means we've all now played 40. We're not in the same wins, but losses are very similar. We've lost 2 less. We've drawn a couple more. 82 points. Leeds' goal difference is much better than ours now. We're all on 82 points. So this is now a matter of we have to win every single game from now until the end of the season if we want automatic promotion. Another lovely, lovely email that comes in about youth players being released. So we just offer a trial to every single one of them. I've never heard of George Morgan, and I'm an Everton fan. And oh my, George Morgan, hello, son. Hello, lads. He looks all right, doesn't he? Bloody hell. 6 foot as well. If you're going to give me the email, I'm not cheating. Lynch, Camerson, they've all accepted apart from Ezra Mayers. Nah, not keen anyway. You're the only one who got rejected. Madness. So what we do, as everyone does, we take them all on trial and we have a little look. If nothing else, you bring them in, you loan them out, you sell them on. That is how it works. If you're lower league, obviously, Reece Claremont, hello. Left wing back, yes. Left winger. I quite like the look of him. What are you chatting? 500 quid a week? Go ahead. Reece Claremont, he's coming in. Future prospect. I don't mind that because realistically they're not going to play or sit on the bench unless needed. George Morgan doesn't look that good. I don't agree with that. I think he looks boss. I'm going to take a punt on him. I think he looks really good, George Morgan. Again, I don't really care about all of that nonsense, wage rises and that. A 4 in Mantiao, 5'9", not good jumping reach. Nah, no wonder Norwich are getting rid of you. You're gone. Sam Proctor, young goalkeeper. It is hard to find good, decent goalkeepers. He is formerly of Aston Villa. I think he looks all right, Sam Proctor. However, because we have got the young lad through the academy, I don't want to sign anyone that'll stop him getting game time, so we'll ignore him. There's another young lad here in Trayvon Mully, young lad again from Villa. I like the look of him, a 6'2" winger. We do like wingers. He's got plenty of room to develop. Let's give him a punt as well. Give him a season, give him 2 seasons. He'd be 20 years of age then. Again, we can always ship him out the door. Here's another lad who would come in from Villa, and he can play everywhere. What did he think? League One standard? I don't agree with that either. I'm taking a punt on him. I obviously the star ratings, I know you do get told a lot not really to pay attention to them. Obviously, there is some truth in it. You're not good enough. There is some truth in it. It depends on what you want them for and sort of what system you're playing. Obviously, we play like quite a wing centric system, so someone like Emeka Peters would do well. It then just depends on what his reporter's saying. They think he could only be League One. I probably think he could be better, but because he's quite injury prone, we are quite stocked on the wings in the academy. I'm only really going to sign them if they look really good. Again, Man United always release good players. I think Jayden Camerson looks very good, and we are in the market for a decent young backup right back. You'd think he's championship standard, lack of composure, not quite consistent, but good determination, good physicality, and really good technical and mental attributes for a young lad. I think he could come in and do a very, very, very good job. So he comes in, get them all in. I think 3 of them we rejected. Yeah, 3 we rejected. Another scout report coming in. So that's the idea. Obviously, I've mentioned it several times. We do need to be looking at like these players who are there or thereabouts. Ones that we can sort of develop. Obviously, we do want to develop our own. But if they can class as homegrown at the club, I've not got a problem with that. And if you actually clocked it when we were looking earlier at the under-18s and the under-21s, we've actually not got a lot. We cull I'm going to say the word call. We call them quite often, and if they're not up to scratch, we let them go. If they've still got a bit of potential, we keep them in, and we just sort of see how they're getting on. Because obviously the game this year's got late developers, late bloomers in it, so I do like to keep those ones who've got a bit more potential around a little bit longer than I normally would to see how they get on. So a 4-2 loss, just touching on like the youth players and whatnot. Obviously, Fallu Diouf and Trevor Grinsell played quite often. Grinsell didn't really perform well. Osman Kamara did. He's one we brought in from Arsenal. But if you have a little look, a 2-1 loss to Man City's under-21s is not really anything to be scoffed at. Chris Beathen actually made an appearance off the bench. He plays for the under-18s, came on 77 minutes for Jamie Knight-Labelle, who obviously we've just renewed his contract. But Seb Palmer-Holden scored again. This is his 22nd goal of the season. He's another player who do you think is only like League 1, League 2 standard. But at this level, again, he's 20. He's probably not going to develop much more, but he's got, I suppose, a star and a half worth of potential ability left in him. So it just adds to what I'm saying. I just like keeping the lads around and just having a little look and seeing what they can offer. So this will be the starting lineup for the whole game tomorrow. Because of the game the under-21s played last night, it does unfortunately mean that Trevor Grinsell and Fallu Diouf drop out. Unchanged team, really, but the fact that Ronald's going to drop out and Dango Utara will come back in. Cannon on the verge of Bristol history. He could be the leading goal scorer. The existing record is held by Tommy Conway on 24. They're both close. I think they're both on 23 goals. What's Conway on? 23 goals. They're both on 23. Oh, God, who's he wanted by now? Norwich, who are in the Prem, look like they're about to get relegated from the Premier League. Haaland's got 19 goals, you freak. Rasmus Højlund's got 15. Why did he just overpower every Man United player? Daichi's doing a job, isn't he? Go on, Daichi. How do Everton line up? Moranchuk, McNeil, Becker, Gay, Onana, Branthwaite. Oh, Jared. He was loan listed at one point and we just couldn't get him over the line. I was so frustrated. James Garner's on the bench there now. Beto, Andre Lunin, Core transfer listed is an interesting one if we go up. I do like the idea of having someone who can play as a shadow striker and using the 4-2-3-1 in the Prem. I've been thinking about it. And Doucouré has consistently performed for Dyche over the last 2 seasons there and is now transfer listed. So watch that space. So we're hoping that Wayne Rooney's Fulham, would all come full circle, that wouldn't it? Wayne Rooney did a number on us twice at Birmingham. Fulham, who are up to 6th in the Championship since Wayne took over, he's doing a very, very good job there. So we're hoping on Fulham to continue their upturn in form and do a number against Middlesbrough. A couple of signings confirmed. What else? Watford, Leeds. Don't think Watford will do much against Leeds. But again, it's just a must-win game. Must-win game. So, game against Hull then, lineup you would expect. We have brought Sam Bell back into the bench. He is continuing his return from injury. Dango replaces Ronald. And they're matching us up. Interesting. A must-win. A must-win. This will be the last game of the episode, and then I will go away and play towards the end of the season. And the final video will either be a season recap or it will be us lifting the league or failing to do anything and ending up in the playoffs, which would be disastrous. So we've been working on set pieces in the build up to this, focusing on throw-ins and attacking corners. I think because the defence have been very leaky recently, it's just become a case of we'll score more than you. As Ingram takes a free kick from an offside, headed away by Estrada. Conway on the turn. There's a lot of space in behind that whole back line. If Conway, what are you doing? Utara, Conway, get it across. Tom Cannon, shot blocked. I've seen enough in 2 minutes there to say that one of these needs to be a poacher. There is a lot of space in behind that whole back line. It's a whole free kick, which Kaz McCann takes. It's headed on. Cozy Doobie doesn't win it. Falls to Connolly. Gets his cross in, looking for Jaden Philogene. Bits of... Oh, lads. Lads. Honestly, We've got tight marking on Philogene, and just watch how free he is at this back post. Look at him. Look at him. Kraft doesn't get anywhere near him. Leeds are beating Watford as well. I think we're going to drop out and end up in the playoffs. I really think the game is just fixing to do us. And there's your confirmation that we now drop down to 3rd place. Honestly. Cannon's not done anything. Kazmakan to Velouse. Delcroix. From a Burnley man, Velouse. Slater to Connolly. They're just... We can't get near them. They've scored a goal and they're just going to pass it around, aren't they? Oh, you've got to get there. That's speechless. I cannot believe how much we're bottling this. Honest to God. Focus play down the right because they've got an inverted wing back in Kazamakan, but Brandon Williams is playing as an actual wing back, so there's more space on this side. So if we focus that, what are you doing, Kraft? Ueda and Roberts doing poorly. Estrada doesn't look up for it. Dango doesn't look up for it. Conway and Cannon look frustrated. Aaron Connolly. Don't do this to us, game, honestly. Just don't do it. I cannot be bothered with going a whole season like we've gone, absolutely tearing teams apart, to then get to the final hurdle and we just fail. I can't be arsed with it. Not good enough. It's not good enough at all. We need to press a bit higher. Get on their back line. They've got a couple of ball players in there. This is terrible. This is terrible. There's not been a single highlight since that last one you saw. So we've had the goal, our chance early on, and that's it. Nothing has happened. Chance off a corner. Pick a corner. Oh, piss off. Team full of shitbags, man. Right, Dango, get off. Ronald on. Warrington off. Oh. Cozy Dewberry off. Sarmiento on. Tom Cannon off. De Scott on. Shite, lads. Just crap, innit? Just crap. And I don't want to go attacking because I know they'll just do us. I think we have to. I just know they're going to counter. Look, Kraft's playing crap. Pring's playing crap. Warrington and Estrada are playing crap. Kazmakan, long throw. Aaron Connolly on the turn. Kazmakan, blocked by Kraft. Kazmakan, Connolly, Velouse, Regan Slater, good tackle by Warrington, and there's a chance of a counter-attack. If he uses it well, he finds Jeremy Sarmiento, who's got a lot of work to do. And he's pulled it across to Scott's touch, takes it away from everyone, and Cameron Pringle, it's a good save from Matt Ingram. Cameron Pring with the corner. Headed away and cleared by Slater. Get my fuck off. I said it in the last game. It's doing us over. Give us another goalkeeper injury leading into crunch games. What the fucking hell is this game doing? I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I've got nothing that can help us here. Nothing. I cannot believe that. Honestly. Ball's long throw. Conway on the turn. The Scott from range. Blocked. Conway's header. Easily saved by Matt Ingram. This is painful. Painful. Why, though? Like, genuinely, why? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. 2 seasons in a row, it's done us over, leading into the final games of the season. Fuck off, Roberts. Near post. You've tried to edit a far post. The keeper stood at the far post. There's no one near post, though, was there, you dickhead? You're offside, aren't you? Yeah. And Middlesbrough beating Fulham. Losing Timo Horn has cost us. Sarmiento just may have just passed it to him. Here's Borza. Roberts. Miramon. Trying to make something happen as he picks out Ronald. Skinning his man. Sarmiento's header. Blowing kisses at Matt Ingram in net. I've just got a team full of shitbags, haven't I? I think that's the problem. They've not got it in them. They've not got it in them. They just fold. Let's be honest, Hull haven't been good. The Hull haven't been like anything special. We've played better teams and walked them. Come on, counter. Ronald. Conway, not a good pass. Sarmiento to the Scott. Back to Sarmiento. That's a very good one too. And he's forced to save. I just can't get my head around it. 2 seasons in a row, it's done this. Goalkeeper injury at the worst possible time, and then they all capitulate. Kraft and Warrington on a 6.1. What the fuck? 2 players who have been fantastic all season, and then it comes to when we need them. Do we need them to do it? Nah. Sorry, it's doing us twice, 2 seasons. If we score now, I'll genuinely be annoyed. I genuinely will be annoyed if we score now. Get a fuck game. Get a fuck. Oh, yeah, that just tops it. It tops it. Tops it. I'm done with him. I am done with him here. Don't you clap. Don't clap, you prick. I'm fuming. Fuck off. Fuming. Look at that. 3 draws and a loss. It's just... That's the only thing I can do with the dynamics. I'm going to have to leave that there. I simply cannot believe it's done that to us again. So I'm going to go away. I know for a fact we ain't getting automatic promotion, so I guess we'll see you in the playoffs then, because I guarantee we will beat these 2 and then we will lose these 3. So we'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Take care.